Hey there, here's another quick video that answers a question. This one from Steve, who's asking an excellent question. Uh, that says, what makes a treatment capture a reader's attention? And so the way I'm going to answer this question is as if you're saying, because a treatment is just a different form. So I'm going to answer it in the same way I'd answer what makes a script or makes a song, really any story capture a reader's attention. And the first thing I'll do is respond to this question with a question, because that allows you to think more deeply about this. And when we think more deeply about it, we get to a deeper truth and it becomes more helpful. So, what made your favorite film capture your attention? Right? So, start there. Like, what are you attracted to? And because most people will answer that question in probably something that's a little more heady. Oh, I like the dialogue. I like the cinematography. I like the whatever, but that's not really central. What really is central to any great story that you love is the thought leadership, who that person is as a human being and what they have to uh, to share about their own life lessons as expressed through this story. Let's get specific. Let's talk about Goodfellas. One of my favorite films, and Martin Scorsese expresses his thought leadership through this film. By the way, same basic thought leadership that he expressed in Who's That Knocking at My Door, Mean Streets, um, and to some extent, Raging Bull. It's about how we can fall in love with a certain person or have this relationship that we absolutely love and romanticize, and it's amazing, and it's totally toxic or bad for us. And how do you reconcile that? Who's that knocking on my door in Mean Streets? It was like his best buddy, and his buddy was this loose cannon, and it was all sorts of trouble. In Goodfellas, I think the idea is really fully realized because it's this kid, Henry Hill, growing up in Queens, getting the crap beat out of him by his family. It was chaos. And he looks across the road and he sees this other group of people dressed nice, having fun, playing cards, like having the time of their life. And he just absolutely was like, that's amazing. And then he started to get involved with them and they welcomed him in. They're like, oh, you're one of us. And it was the total opposite of what he was getting at home. And so, what's so beautiful about that film is how deeply the philosophy of what happens when you're attracted in a relationship to somebody who's really ultimately untenable, unsustainable. Like if you're hanging out with gangsters, that's not going to end well. But what happens if, as far back as you can remember, you always wanted to be a gangster? Now you have a really beautiful, very a soul deep bit of thought leadership expressed in this beautiful hero goal and conflict. So you do the same with your treatment, with your whatever. It's like we said in the previous piece of content. You know, who are you? What are you here for? And then this is your perspective, your thought leadership comes from like what your life lessons are and your take on those life lessons, and then how you express them. Hopefully that's helpful.